Hello guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those that don't know me, my name is Vic, and for those that do, welcome back. And this is gonna be my first story time, so it's a whole different little setup from before. You know, I got my little skull lace back there, my little boo sign over there, and you know, I'm trying to, you know, get in the Halloween spirit. If you are watching this, try to get into the zone, turn off your lights, you know, I don't know, grab a little snack, something, get into the vibe. If not, I feel like it won't be scary. So yeah guys, so it is a scary story. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's really scary, but I think it's a scary story. Growing up like in a Hispanic family, we believe in ghosts, like spirits, and like haunted houses, haunted places. Like we feel like that does exist. Maybe I'm just speaking for my family, but I feel like a lot of people can relate that are like Hispanics. But today I will be covering something that happened to me and my family. As I mentioned before, all my stories are real when it happened to us, so you already grow up believing in things like that. So when it really happens to you, like, it's like confirmed, like things like this do exist. And if you don't believe in it, I completely, you know, respect it, and you know, it is what it is. But yeah guys, so like growing up, like my mom and like some of my family members, like, you know, can do certain things, nothing like scary or like, you know, nothing crazy, but they sense things. Or like, you know, like when we move somewhere, like mom be like, I don't know, I had a bad vibe about this house, like I prefer not to move in it, or oh, this house feels peaceful, like stuff like that, nothing crazy. So that's already a thing. And just before we go on, I do have 4 siblings. It's 5 of us in total. So so I have my older brother Gio, then it's me, then it's Edwin. We're all 2 years apart. Then, you know, my mom waited a few years, and then she had my 2 younger ones, which is Justin and Joshua. Now for this story, they did not exist, so it's just gonna be Gio, me, and Edwin. He was 12, I was 10, and he was 8. So I really think he was 11 and I was 9 and he was 7, but let's just go with a little older just to be, you know, whatever. So yeah guys, so I will be telling you guys my grandma's story. And guys, I did make a little sketch so you guys understand how it happened. In that house, my mom did mention that she had like a weird feeling about the house. Like she's like, I don't know, I don't feel good vibes like in this house. So we move in, and then one day, like, that house was a little creepy, but nothing really scary. You know, as a child, you're scared of little things, you know. So it wasn't like something creepy. It was just, you know, it was dark like in the hallway, so it was scary, but nothing crazy. So everybody was sleeping like upstairs. My cousin, my uncle was like pretty strict with, you know, my cousins, and like they had bedtimes and everything. My mom was very lenient all the time, so we kind of really didn't have a bedtime. But so we were up late. So did it just get darker in here? Oh no, it didn't. So guys, just to mention, that's like a little bit of my big fear. Like I don't want anything to happen behind me as I'm saying a story, and then I like watch it later and I'm like, oh damn, I was right there. But hopefully nothing like that happens. So yeah, so we were like being a little noisy, but not really, because everything was turned off. Like we had to be very quiet. So just so you guys know, like the whole house was turned off except this. This stood on just in case my cousins or anybody had to go to the bathroom. The light stood on, so it would reflect on the stairs and in the hallway. So, you know, it wasn't so dark at night and stuff. So guys, so I just had to turn the TV off because it was just too much. So it's a little darker, I do apologize, but but yeah guys, so that night me and my brothers went upstairs, like to eat cereal obviously. So we're there, we're eating cereal, and I sat here, my older brother sat right here, and then my younger one sat right there. Now we always had a mirror right here, and from here anybody that was around here in the kitchen would be able to like see into the mirror and see up the stairs, or anybody that was upstairs would be able to see into the mirror and into the kitchen. So we go upstairs, we're eating cereal, you know, we pour cereal, we sit down, I sit, my brother sits next to me, and then my brother sits across me. We're eating cereal, and then we hear like this noise. Now everything's turned off, so if you look into the mirror, all you see is like the light and like the stairs. And we hear noise, so obviously your instant's gonna look to see where, see something. So we look into the mirror because, you know, there's light there. So we look, we don't see anything. So we're still eating cereal, and then we're just eating cereal, and then we hear like another noise. So we look, and like there's nothing. Like, what, like, did you hear that? Like, I remember I'm like, one of us asking like, did you hear them? They're like, yeah, but we didn't think anything of it. Now that house was really creepy, kinda low-key, but not really. I guess it was just the vibes in that house. I don't know if it was just us being like kids and being a little bit scared that we felt like sorry guys, that we felt like creepy vibes of it, because you know, it's like, you know, a bigger house, so it's, you know, dark and scary. Or if there was, because there was something in it. So we're eating cereal, and then we hear like another noise, but this time it was like a little bit of a like that, something like that. So me and my brother give me a second guys, you gotta drink some coffee. Alright guys, so me and my older brother, at that time he was like 10, no I'm sorry, he was like 12. As I mentioned before, I just want you guys to know that we're young, so it's not like anything was like planned or nothing. So me and my older brother, like, we hear like, or something like that. So we look, like, we turn real quick into the mirror at the exact same time. And once we look into that mirror, guys, I promise you, I'm not lying. Like, there's like this little lady, not this little, like this old lady, like leaning against the wall like this, standing up. I didn't see her feet, honestly. I know she had like a long robe, and I still get the chills just because I hope that nothing's here. It's like watching me. So she had a long robe, and she had like a little ponytail to the side, kind of. She had like messy, like frizzy hair, and she's leading on the stairs like that, right? Obviously, I'm like explaining this slower just to like make you guys picture what we saw, but this was all within seconds. So we see the old lady like this, looking at us, standing here. Everything's turned off except the light. She's sitting right here, and I'm getting the chills speaking about it. She's looking right into the mirror at us, right? Obviously, as I mentioned before, this was only a few seconds. It wasn't like she was just there watching us. Like she was there, and she looked into the mirror, and she was looking so firmly into the mirror that it looked like she was giving me eye contact, which probably my brother felt the exact same way. So she's looking into the mirror like this, and then she just goes, shh, right into the mirror. Once she did that, we run down the stairs. Like, me and my brother run down the stairs into a room, and like my brother followed us, but we're crying. Like, we go down the stairs and we're like crying. We're like, Mom, and she's like, wow, what happened? So we're crying, like we can't even talk. We're like stumbling over our words. We're scared as hell. And we're like, we saw a lady upstairs. Like, there's a lady upstairs, and she told us to shut up. Like, she told us to shh. And then she's like, what? Like, calm down. Like, you know, like, relax. What happened? Like, you know, speak like one at a time, whatever. So we tell her what we saw. He goes first, or I go first. I don't remember who goes first. We explain our story, and then the other one was like yeah, like, you know, that's what I saw too. And then he explains himself, and then I'm like, yeah, like, we both saw, like, you know, we both saw the exact same thing. So my mom's like, all right, like, hold on, like, I'm gonna call your uncle right now just to make sure like your aunt wasn't awake. Not that my aunt looked scary or nothing, but she's like, what if it was your aunt and she went to the bathroom and you guys just saw her? You know, obviously we know what our aunt looks like. So we're like, okay, like, but we knew it wasn't her. Like, my aunt's not just gonna be chilling on the stairs and tell us to shut up. We're like, kids, you know, like, be quiet or something, you know. She's not gonna do that. So to take your time to actually lean on the wall and be like, shh, you know, like, no. So he calls her. Obviously everything's like quiet, like, it's late at night, so it's quiet. So like, we hear everything that they're saying on the phone. So she calls my uncle upstairs, and he's like, hello. He's like, hey, you know, sorry to bother you, but the kids just ran down the stairs and they said they saw this like this lady there, this, you know, this older woman there, and, you know, I don't know if you guys are up or anything, or maybe if it was, you know, like my aunt or whatever. And he's like, no, like, you hear everything on the phone. It's not on speaker, but you hear it because it's so quiet, and we're all standing right there next to the phone, like, you know, hoping it was our aunt, but we knew it wasn't. So he's like, no, hold on. He's like, you know, Yvonne, like, did you go to the bathroom or anything? And like, she's like, what? Like, you know, you could tell that they were sleeping. She's like, no, I've been here, like, you know. She's like, no, like, I'm sleeping or whatever. He's like, yeah, no, we're sleeping. And then he's like, she's like, oh, okay, you know, I just wanted to make sure, like, you know, I don't know if it was her or not, you know, maybe, you know, it was her. She hangs up the phone, and then we're like, we're like crying, we're mad scared, we don't even want to go to our room. We're like, Mom, like, we don't want to go to our room. She's like, alright guys, like, you know, calm down, like, you know. So yeah guys, so that was like, we, you know, we don't know what that was or who that was, but you know, we just let it be. What are we gonna do, you know? So we ended up moving in there anyway. I kind of want to say that they heard, or I don't know if they did the research, that, you know, an older lady did pass there. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if we were being too loud, and we were like disturbing her peace, or what the case may have been. But I'm telling you, that grandma looked grumpy and she looked pissed and scary. And as I mentioned before, like, it wasn't just me that saw it. It was me and my brother. We explained the exact same thing. And it's funny because my brother, since he was young, he was really brave. Like, I'll be the type to be scared to, like, sorry guys, my family's being really loud. Alright guys, so as I mentioned, like, my brother was my brother was always brave. Like, since he was young, like, you know, he was a loudmouth, he was obnoxious, always fighting, never scared. He would sleep with everything turned off. Meanwhile, I would have to sleep with like the lights on, and like always scared of everything growing up. But he was never scared. So he was crying next to me, and like he said, he saw the exact same thing. So, you know, I know it wasn't just me that saw it, it was both of us. And yeah guys, we'll never know what happened, but I don't know, you know, how haunted it was. But I do remember, like, this would happen to me often, like at nighttime. And obviously I was younger, so I would get really scared. Like, our room was like level with like that, like the ground. So our room had like a back, like our room was in the back of the house. So we were like, we had a window that faced the backyard, if that makes sense. Face the backyard, yeah, well, I guess, yeah. So that you saw, once you saw that window, like the window on this side, it would be the backyard, and the window on the side would be the side of the house. So the whole thing back there was grass. Like, the whole backyard was grass, no concrete, no nothing. It was just straight up grass. And I would always hear at nighttime, like, I don't know what time, because I didn't care about time. I was young, so I just know it was like in the middle of the night. And I used to share beds with my brother, so he would always sleep to his side, my older brother, and I would sleep next to him. But I would always hear, like, coming on the house, like coming on the house, and our room was like right here. I would always hear like high heels, like, you know, when somebody wears high heels, how it, like, they like make that sound, like tick, 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 tick. I would always hear like tick, 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 tick. And once it got close to like my bedroom, like, it got closer and closer and closer. And once it got close to my window, like, I remember, I even get the chills kind of till this day. Like, I remember like going like this, like hiding into my brother almost. He had no idea I was going through this. He was just sleeping. So I would like hide like into like his back. And once it got really close to the window, like, it got like quieter and quieter, and then it would just stop. And it would just scare me so much, because who wears like heels? Like, it's the middle of the night, there's nothing but grass, everybody's sleeping, and I would always hear tuk, tuk. Like, it literally sounded like it was getting close to my window, and then it would stop. So that always freaked me out. I really clearly remember that happening quite often as I was little. I never realized, like, well, what could have happened till like now that I'm older, and I still don't know what it was, or I will never know what that was. But I remember it used to scare me so much. And it was like when that song, like, people open windows, like, I don't know if you guys know that song, but that song used to scare me. And every time that happened to me, I would think somebody's walking into like my window, and I never knew if it was a person or something else. So it was really, really scary. But yeah guys, that was my first like ghost story that I experienced, saw it, and like lived it and remembered clearly. And that's the reason why I believe in ghosts and spirits and, you know, haunted houses, because I guess that house was haunted. I believe it was because, you know, I wasn't the only one that experienced things. My uncle and my mom heard things, and they're adults, so we're kids, we seen things. If I'm not mistaken, my cousin saw things there. And yeah guys, really creepy stuff happened in that house. I should probably research and see if anybody did pass there, but I have not done that. But yeah guys, so that was my first scary story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it scared you guys. I hope, you know, you guys can't sleep. But next time I will be saying another scary story. I think I have 3. That was my scariest one that I know was like a spirit or a ghost. I don't know really what it was, but I do have more. Some of them I don't know what it was. till this day. We're still trying to figure it out, and we have no explanation. But I hope you guys enjoy the story. Subscribe for my next stories, and yeah guys, thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys very shortly. Peace.